It's 92.3 Inspiration FM, your number one family radio. I bid you one welcome to another exciting edition of the Premier League Zone. I was going to say the Weekend Sports Cruise, but the Premier League Zone. My name is Anthony actually. Buddy Bruno is here with me. Buddy, I have to ask you. I will still ask you. Buddy, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. Mixed feeling, but I'm okay.
All right. It's good to have you. It's good to have you on the show today. And after all the drama from the international window, after the heartbreak from the Super Eagles, club football returns this weekend. And of course, on this show, we're focusing on the Premier League. 9 matches to look forward to this weekend. And of course, one on Monday between Crystal Palace and Arsenal. And we'll be doing a preview of all the matches to look forward to this weekend as the title race gets into another gear this weekend between Liverpool and Manchester City. The top four race also gets more interesting as well, and we're looking at all the fixtures coming up this weekend. Did I say my name? I'll say it one more time. Anthony Ajulu here with you. All right, let's just reel out some of the fixtures. Before we reel out some of the fixtures, let's talk about something that just broke a few minutes ago. Bruno Fernandes. He signed a 1-year contract extension with Manchester United. Remember, he joined United in January 2020 for an initial £47 million, but there was under contract till 2025. But his new deal includes an option for a further 1-year extension. Fernandes has scored 49 goals in 117 matches in all competitions for United. But deserved?
Maybe. Maybe. Well, he's been one of the shining stars for United. If we have to go with the statistics basically, but again, it needs to do a bit more if he wants to earn a place in the history of Manchester United. Yes, a decent player, but I do have a problem with the fact that in the big games it tends to disappear, and that is where we would expect a player like Bruno Fernandes, to take the bull by the horn and show everyone that he's got the quality, like players like Kevin De Bruyne and the rest of them. And if he wants to, to be compared or put in the same level as those players, then we need to improve.
All right, we wait to see, but definitely one of United's better players, it must be said, and that's why he's earning a contract extension. Let's go to the fixtures for this weekend. It starts at 12:30, and for those who don't know, the time has changed again. It's not 1:30, it's 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30. So you have to remember that one. The time has changed. It's moved 1 hour back. Or is it forward now? Anyway, all the matches you're watching at 1:30 is now 12:30. All the matches you're waiting for at 6:30 is now 5:30. So remember that one as you prepare for the games tomorrow. 12:30 tomorrow is Liverpool taking on Watford at Anfield. There's Brighton taking on Norwich City. Burnley will face Manchester City. Chelsea against Brentford. Leeds United will face Southampton. Wolverhampton Wanderers will host Aston Villa in Midlands Derby. Manchester United will take on Leicester City. West Ham will take on Everton, and Tottenham Hotspur will face Newcastle United. These two games are on Sunday. But let's take two games together, because we're talking about the title race now. Liverpool against Watford, and then Burnley against Manchester City. Yes, City are away from home, Liverpool at home, but the quality these two teams have shown in the last few weeks, both teams should come out on top this weekend.
Yeah, they should. For Liverpool at Anfield, you don't expect a Watford to go and get a result. And if you look at the fact that we're gradually getting to the squeaky bum time, and every point on board will matter at this point in time. So for Liverpool, they would open up or they would start with the games on Saturday, and they would want to get all 3 points against Watford to actually put some pressure on City, who will be playing Burnley later in the day. We do know head-to-head Burnley, Manchester City, Man City has a far better advantage over them, and the fact that I think they average 3 goals against Burnley each time they face that side, both at the Etihad and even at Toughmore. So for City, it's one of the games where you would feel a banker for City to win this weekend. And Liverpool as well, Watford at home, a team they'd love to score against as well. So I'm expecting both to actually get all 3 points this weekend.
All right, let's talk about Manchester United against Leicester City. United, they have to win if they want to keep alive their top 4 dreams this season. They are currently 6th on the table, 4 points behind Arsenal. They have to win against Leicester, but Leicester City, a very difficult team to face. It doesn't matter where you're playing.
Yeah, difficult team to face, but again, for Brendan Rodgers, he wouldn't approach this game with so much confidence at this point in time, knowing that he will be without Jamie Vardy and Wilfred Ndidi, and those two seem to bring something to this Leicester City side. For Vardy, we know that is always a thorn on the flesh of every defender he faces in the league. And of course, for Wilfred Ndidi, his combative nature will be missed in midfield. And knowing that for Leicester, defensively, they've been found wanting this season. But again, they will welcome back Fofana and of course Johnny Evans. Should be fit enough to play against United, and that brings some level of stability in defense for them. But again, the fact that a key player in midfield like Wilfred Ndidi will be absent will somewhat affect them. But again, for United, they look at the fact that almost everyone is fit, aside what's his name again? The striker Edison Cavani, who picked up an injury on international duty, and it's an extra pressure on United as well to go out there and get the 3 points, because the old talk has been finishing in the top 4 this season. But again, we've seen the level of inconsistency so far, and if you're not picking up points at home, then that will be a problem. So I do believe United will head into this one are feeling okay. If we are, to start a good run between now and the rest of the season, we need to pick up the points against Leicester. But again, will these players turn up on the day? Because in the last few match days, it's always been a case of them displaying just 20 to 25 minutes of good football, and for the rest of the game, their position seem to always have an edge. For Cristiano Ronaldo, lately, he's been basking in the fray of scoring goals basically, and we did see him against Tottenham Hotspur, and where it was fantastic. So it's going to be looking forward to seeing a much improved United performance against Leicester City, because they know a lot is at stake as regards the top 4, and hopefully they can get things done on the day. All
right, another team vying for a top 4 place is Tottenham against they've taken on Newcastle this weekend. Newcastle have lost their way a little bit in the last few games, lost to Chelsea, lost to Everton as well. But given the way they've played prior to that, slump, they should give Tottenham Hotspur a game in this one.
Yeah, they should give Tottenham Hotspur a game in this one. And for teams like Newcastle under the new manager, what's his name again? Eddie Howe. Tottenham will find it a bit difficult to break them down. We did see that they held, as in they ensured that they made life difficult for Chelsea as well, holding them out until very, very late in the game before Kai Havertz got that late winner. And against Tottenham Hotspur, they will need to be careful as well, because for Harry Kane and Son Heung-min, both have rediscovered that partnership that's ensured that that both tend to get a lot of goals. And I think right now they should be the best pair in the Premier League in terms of returns as partners up front. So for Newcastle United, they'll often puff, try and make that difficult for Tottenham Hotspur, a possible banana skin, but I do not see beyond a Tottenham Hotspur win, because they also have an eye on qualifying for the Champions League, and if they do want to make it to Europe next season, these are the kind of games they should be winning at home.
All right, these are the kind of games they definitely should be winning at home. And finally, buddy, at the London Stadium, West Ham also vying for a top 4 place. Everton, can they build on that win over Newcastle prior to the international break?
Yes, you'd expect them to. But again, away at the London Stadium against West Ham United, then you look at the fact that for West Ham as well, looking to break into Europe this season. And one problem I have with West Ham is the fact that they are also inconsistent. The games you'd expect them to win, they seem to falter. But against an Everton side that just can't seem to defend, that might just be a major problem. Jack Bowen will fancy his chance against the Everton defenders based on the space and all that. And also, this is a pressure cooker game for Frank Lampard. He was brought in to salvage the season for Everton, and with the fact that for the Goodison side outfit, they seem to they also have their moments, but again, in the final third, that is where they seem to be mostly confused, basically. And for Frank Lampard, I'm very sure he would ring into the ears of his players that this is a must win for them. But again, can they defend to save their lives? That's one question they will need to answer. I don't see beyond a West Ham win in this one.
All right, don't see beyond a West Ham win. All right, buddy. Looking at all the 9 matches, you can include Arsenal in this one as well. They play on Monday against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Looking at all the 10 matches this weekend, are you seeing an upset anywhere from all these matches?
I don't know why you said include Arsenal that play on Monday, but again, looking at the Crystal Palace Arsenal game, with the way Palace has played, in some games this season, you'd expect that they could, just pick up a point against Arsenal. Not looking out for an outright win, but I think a point could be what we see at Selhurst Park, because Patrice Vieira as well, once his players get going, then they get going, and against the Arsenal side as well, who have ground up results lately, and for that sole reason, I'm thinking that is where we might see a possible upset. Not saying Crystal Palace will win, but I think they won't lose at home. All
right, there you have it. Chelsea fans, you can relax, because they had already sent messages this morning on Sports Edge saying that they are sure that somebody will say Chelsea will lose. It's not Chelsea now. It's not Chelsea now. All right, buddy, very quickly, our expert picks for this weekend.
All right, I know it's just after the international break, and one should just be very, 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 very careful, basically. But the games I've gone for West Ham, to beat Everton at home. That's home win. For Liverpool, Watford as well, I'm going for a Liverpool home win. Burnley, Man City to get all 3 points away at Turf Moor. For Leeds United versus Southampton, I'm looking at a couple of goals in this one, so I've settled for over 1.5 goals. And for Manchester United, Leicester, I think the Red Devils will be too much for the Foxes.
All right, there you have it. Put that on your white paper, and you just might be smiling to the bank this weekend. How's Buddy's doing, by the way? Yes, it's time for you guys to join us on the show.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.